Good morning children. How are you all? I hope you are fine and cheerful. Today we are going to learn the topic of operations of properties of rational numbers, means operations on rational numbers. In last lecture we have learned about rational numbers, what is rational numbers, then how it is written in standard form, then positive rational numbers, negative rational numbers. We also learned how to represent rational numbers on the number line. Okay, in this chapter, in this lecture we will learn about properties of rational numbers or operations on rational numbers. Now in science you have learned about different properties of substances. For example, some substances are soft, some are hard. Like that, in maths also our numbers have different properties, right? And that properties we apply while performing different basic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? So among these properties, three properties are very common: closure, commutative and associative. I think you have learned these properties in last year also, so you must have gone through these words. Okay, so these three properties we will apply for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These properties are common for all these operations. Okay, now we will see how it is applied. First let's come to closure property. Okay, closure. Now what is closure property? Closure property when we apply for addition, right? When two numbers are one by one, we will see by addition, subtraction. So when two rational numbers, we are talking here, I am writing in short, we are talking here about rational numbers, so I am writing rational numbers in short. When two rational numbers are added and then the result comes, result is also a rational number, right? Then it is called closure property. When two rational numbers are added, whatever answer comes, that is also a rational number, then we say that addition of rational numbers are closed, right? Now let us consider two rational numbers. Suppose for example, we will consider, in this case, we will consider A by B and C by D. If when we add this, we are talking about addition. First A is for addition, we are going to apply it on addition. So when we will add this A upon B plus C upon D, its answer comes, whatever answer comes, that result is also a rational number, right? Then we can say that addition of rational numbers are closed, right? We will, instead of this, now I will explain you example. Okay, for example, 2 by 5 plus 1 upon 5. Okay, what answer you will get? See, denominator is same, so we add just numerators. So 2 plus 1 upon 5 means 3 upon 5. 3 upon 5, is it a rational number? Yes, it is a rational number. It means we can say that addition of rational number is closed. One more example we can see. Okay, 3 upon 8 plus 1 upon 3, right? Now here denominators are different, so what will we do? We will use LCM method. We will find LCM of these two. So what LCM you will get? Product of these two, 24, and then here will come cross multiplication, we take 9, 3 3s are 9 and plus 8 1s are 8. So 9 plus 8 comes 17 upon 24. This is also a rational number, right? Means when we add two different rational numbers, whatever result comes is also a rational number, then we say that addition of rational numbers is closed. Understood? The same property now we will apply for subtraction. B is for subtraction, we will apply this property. Now the same, we will use the same rational numbers. Okay, instead of addition, now for subtraction what sign will come? Simple, only subtraction sign. Okay, so let us consider the same this. So here I am writing A upon B plus minus C upon D. Whatever result comes is also a rational number, right? Now instead of A by B and C by D, we will just check with these fractions. Okay, 2 upon 5 minus 1 upon 5. What answer you are getting? As denominator is same, again write once and 2 minus 1, 1 upon 5. Yes, this is a rational number, right? It means we can say that subtraction of rational number is closed. We can say subtraction of rational number is closed. We can apply for the second example also. 3 by 8 minus 1 upon 3. So here also again the same method will come. Product LCM 24, right? And then here will come 9. After cross multiplication 3 3s are 9, 8 1s are 8. But only instead of plus we will write minus. Right? 9 minus 8 comes 1 upon 24. So this is also a rational number. It means we can say that subtraction of rational number is also closed. Okay, clear? Now, third property, we will apply same property, closure property we are going to apply for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, all these operations. So it is clear to you how we applied for addition and subtraction. Now the same we will apply for multiplication also. So in case of multiplication, again the same rule, instead of plus, minus, now what sign will come there? Multiplication. So the property is like A upon B multiplied by C upon D is also a rational number. Now let's take the same example. Okay, see, 2 upon 5 multiplied by 1 upon 5. What answer you will get? 2 1s are 2 and 5 5s are 25. Is it a rational number? Yes, it is. So this is also a rational number. It means we can say that multiplication of rational number is closed like this. Another example you can check for 3 by 8 multiplied by 1 upon 3. Here in numerator is 3, here denominator is 3. So you can cut both of them. You can divide by 3 because 3 is common in numerator as well as denominator. So divided by 3, 3 1s are, and here also 3 1s are. Okay, so what answer you will get here? What remained here? Here you will get 1 1s are 1 upon 8. This is also a rational number, right? Means we can say that multiplication of rational number is closed. Now the same property we will apply for division. Okay, closure property only for division. In this way, these three properties, closure, commutative, associative, this property we will apply for all these operations. Okay, now fourth is division. Okay, so for division, division takes the same numbers A upon B divided by C upon D. This is also a, whatever answer comes is also a rational number. Now we will check it with the help of examples. Same examples. Okay, so 2 upon 5 divided by 1 upon 5. You know how to divide. Last year you have learned. So I will not explain it. So 2 upon 5. We change the sign of division and take the inverse of 1 upon 5 or reciprocal of 1 upon 5, right? So 5 upon 1 we write. Okay, 5 get cancelled with this 1s and problem number remains 2 upon 1. This is also a rational number. It means division of rational number is closed, we can say. Okay, now next example. 3 upon 8 divided by 1 upon 3. So what you will get? 3 upon 8 write as it is. Division sign change into multiplication. Instead of 1 by 3 we will write 3 upon 1. Now here don't cancel 3 because both are in numerators. When one is in numerator, other is in denominator, then only we can divide them by the common divisor or factor. But both are in numerator, so we will not going to cancel them. So simply you write 3 3s are 9 and 8 1s are 8. So what answer you got? 9 upon 8. It is also a rational number, right? It means, what conclusion you can find out? Closure property holds true for all the basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Is it clear? May I go to next property? Right? Now next property is commutative property. What is commutative property? Now we will learn. Second property is called commutative property. In commutative property, here also we will consider two rational numbers, say A upon B and C upon D. These two rational numbers we will consider. Okay, now again apply the same property commutative we will apply for all these 4. Okay, so first comes addition. What is this property says? Commutative means even if we change the order of the rational number, answer doesn't change, answer remains same. That is called commutative. Means order doesn't matter. Order doesn't matter. How? We will write. Now, in this, considering these two, if suppose we are talking about addition, so I will first add a by b plus c upon d. You may write it as c by d plus a by b, right? Even if you change their places, answer will not change, answer will be same, right? This property is called commutative property. Now instead of a by b and c by d, we will write the numbers. Okay, 3 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4, whatever answer. Is it equals to 1 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4, or instead of 3 I am taking 5. Okay, here I am taking 1 and here is 5. Okay, now what answer you will get here? Denominator is same, so here you will get 5 plus 1 6. 6 upon 4 is a rational number. Here also you will get the same answer, 5 plus 1 6 upon 4. Both sides are equal, means we can say addition of rational number is commutative, we can say, right? Now the same we will apply for subtraction. Okay, the same property we will apply for subtraction. In subtraction also, what will we do? We will check whether after changing the order, our answer is right or wrong. That we will check. So second property is, the same property we are going to apply for subtraction. So for subtraction, a upon b minus c upon d, is it equal to c upon d minus a by b? That we will check now, right? Considering the same rational numbers. Now write 5 by 4 minus 1 by 4. We are talking about subtraction, so here we will write subtraction sign. Okay, is it equals to 1 by 4 minus 5 by 4? Get the answer. 5 minus 1 comes 4 by 4, means 1. And here what answer you get? 1 minus 5 minus 4 by 4, right? Here the answer equals to minus 1. Are these two equal? Is minus 1 and plus 1 are equal? No, they are not equal. So we cannot say that subtraction of rational number is commutative. What sentence? Our sentence will be changed now. Now we will say subtraction of rational number is not commutative. For subtraction, this commutative property doesn't hold true. Got it? The same we will apply for now multiplication. The same. Okay? For multiplication, instead of that, what we will write? Instead of here it was plus, now it was in subtraction minus. So instead of this, we will write multiplication and change the order of the rational numbers. So c upon d multiplied by a by b. Okay, now check, put any number, same number you can put on another number, any other number. 3 upon 5 multiplied by minus 2 upon 7, suppose. What answer you will get? Is it equals to minus 2 upon 7 into 3 upon 5. Now I have changed the order of the number, right? Now we check the answer. 3 2s are minus 6. No numerator or denominator is getting cancelled. Both are not having any common divisor. So we will just multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Okay? So 7 5s are 35. Answer is 6 upon 35. Minus 6 upon 35. Here what answer you are getting? 6. See, 3 2s are again minus 6 and 7 5s are 35. Answer is same. Both sides answer is same. It means we can say that multiplication of rational number is commutative. Means multiplication is commutative, yes. Addition of this is commutative, yes. But subtraction, no, it is not commutative. Now the same we will apply for division. Okay, so come on. Take another example for division. Right? Now, division. D. For division, what we will write? A upon B divided by C upon D. Here we will write not equal, because we had checked that both the sides are not equal. So here you must check this, that A by B minus C by D is not equals to C by D minus A by B. Now the same will apply for division. Is it equal to or not? I will write it later. Okay? After first we will check and then we will write later. Upon A by B, right? Here the condition is that this okay, we will check first, then we will be seeing. 1 minute. 3 by 4 divided by 1 by 3 or 1 by 2. I am taking this side. So this side what you will write? 1 by 2 divided by 3 by 4. Okay, change the order. Right, now find the answer. 3 upon 4, division sign change into multiply. Now 1 by 2 we change it to inverse. Inverse, how do you write? Just shift numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator. So multiply this by 2 by 1. Right, now 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. We can cut. 3 ones are 3, remain in denominator 2 ones are. We got answer 3 by 2 in left hand side. Now check in right hand side. 1 by 2 divided, division will change into multiplication. Write the reciprocal of it, 4 by 3. So 2 ones are 2 and here again 2 twos are 4. What answer you are getting here? 2 upon 3, right? Are they equal? Is it equal? 3 by 2 is equal to 2 by 3? No, they are not equal. So here what sign will come? This A by B divided by C, C by D is not equals to C by D divided by A by B. Means we will say that division of rational numbers is not commutative. So this property we cannot apply for division. Clear? Till now is it clear? Once again I am repeating. Closure property we can apply for all. Means when we add, subtract, multiply, divide any two rational number, whatever result comes, that is also closed. Right? So this property is applicable for all. Then second property we saw commutative. Commutative property holds true only for addition and multiplication. We cannot apply for subtraction and division. For subtraction and division it doesn't hold true. Right? Now let's come to the next property, third property. These three properties we are going to apply for all these four operations, and these remaining properties you are watching on the board, that we will see for addition and multiplication. I will come to that properties afterwards. Okay. Now next property is, third property is associative property. Right? This associative property we apply for the group of rational numbers. Okay, associative property. Next one is third number property, associative. In this case, what will we do? We will consider three rational numbers. Say A upon B, C upon D and E upon F. Consider these three. So in this, according to associative property, if we form the group of two rational numbers and even if the group is changed in right hand side, answer doesn't change. For example, I will show you. A upon B plus C upon D in one group plus E upon F. This is, we are talking about addition. First we will apply it for addition. For all these addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So let us consider for addition. This will be A upon B plus C upon D plus E upon F outside the bracket. And right side I am writing A upon B outside the bracket plus C upon D plus E upon. Now next two numbers I am putting in bracket. This side first two numbers I am putting in bracket. Even if we change their order, answer doesn't change. Now we will apply for the numbers. Okay. Say 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 5. Okay. Plus 2 upon 3. Okay. These are three different rational numbers. Is it equals to 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 5, now in bracket 2 upon 3. Right, now I am solving directly. See, the denominators are different. So what method we apply? We may apply LCM method. LCM of 5 and 2, 5 2s are 10. So your answer will come here 10 and then cross multiplication. 5 1s are 5 plus 3 2s are 6. Right? This plus 2 upon 3. Here also you can find 1 by 2 plus, now here LCM comes 15. So in bracket 9 plus 5 2s are 10. This will be in bracket. Okay, I am solving here only. 5 plus 6 11 upon 10 plus 2 upon 3. Right, 5 plus 6 11. And here will come now 1 upon 2 plus 9 plus 10 19 upon 15. Right, then go on solving. Again here you will get, by LCM method you will get denominator 30 because both doesn't come in each other's table. I am solving here only in short. Okay, and then cross multiplication, 11 3s are 33, 10 2s are 20. So what answer you will get? 33 plus 20 will come, 33 plus 20, 53. Okay, here our answer is 53 by 30. And here again you will get this LCM 30. Now 15 ones are 15 plus 19. 1 minute. 33. 1 minute. 33 plus 20. Right? Something. 9 plus 10, 15. 19 plus 15. 19 2s are, 19 2s are 38. 38 plus 15, again you will get 53. Okay, 53. Means you are getting the same answer. Check. Same answer you are getting. Okay. It means we can say that addition of rational numbers is associative. When we apply this bracket in first two rational numbers and right side in last two rational numbers, if in this pattern, in this form, both the sides come true, both the sides are equal, then we can say that addition of rational number is associative. The same property we are going to apply for subtraction. Okay, now for subtraction. Simple, instead of plus, what sign will come now for subtraction? Which sign will come? Instead of that, now minus sign will come. So let us take some number. So here we will write for associative, property will be A by B plus C by D. I am writing again. A by B minus C by D in bracket minus E by F. Is it equals to or not equal? That we will learn after solving the problem. A upon B outside minus C by D minus E by F. Okay, in this way. Okay, now see, put some numbers. 3 upon 5 minus 2 upon 5 in one bracket minus 1 upon 7 is equals to 3 upon 5 outside minus 2 upon 5 minus 1 upon 7. Let us solve. Okay. Find the answer. Denominator is same. So simply you can write 5 and 3 minus 2, 1 upon 5 minus 1 upon 7. Okay, in left side equals to 3 by 5 minus. Now here these are different. So find LCM. 5 7s are 35 and cross multiplication 7 2s are 14 plus 5 1s are 5. 14 plus 5 19 upon 35. Okay. Now again LCM method you find 7 5s are 35 cross multiplication 7 1s are 7 minus sign 5 1s are 5. 7 minus 5 comes 2. 2 upon 35. And here what comes? They are not equal. We don't know whether they are equal or not. Now we will find out. Here LCM will be 35 only because 5 7s are 35. Right? Now when LCM is 35, only this number we will change in with denominator 35. Means 3 by 5 into 7 into 7 minus 19 upon 35. Okay? What is the answer of this? 7 3s are 21 upon 35 minus 19 upon 35. Denominator same. So 21 minus 19. What answer comes? 3 upon 35. Right? 3 or 2? 2. Sorry. 21 minus 19 comes 2. Right? But as here will come, 1 minute, something is different. Answer doesn't come same in associative. 1 minute, something is 5 3 minus 2 1 minus 1 by 7 7 5 are 35, 7 1 are 7 minus 5, 35. Okay, here 3 by 5 minus 2 by 7 2 are 14, 14 minus 5 here, 14, 7 2 are 14 minus 5 will come 9 here. 9 upon 35, right? Now here will come 9 upon 35, 9 upon 35, okay? And now from this, when you subtract 9 from 21, what you will get? 9 means 13. 12 upon 35. Are they equal? This is 2 upon 12, this is 12 upon 35. So they are not equal. Here also not equal. Means we can say subtraction of rational number is not associative. These two sides are not equal. Understood? Now we will come to the next property, that is for addition. There are two more properties are there. Okay, for addition these three properties are we can apply for all 4 basic operations, but for addition again 2 more properties are there, and for multiplication also there are 3 more properties. We will see that now. Okay, now see what is the next property. Next property is what is additive identity. See, when we add 0 to any rational number, what answer we get? We get the same rational number, right? Fourth is, it is called additive identity of rational number or identity element, right? Identity element, it is also called identity element. Okay, now when we add 0 to any rational number, we will get the same rational number, right? That's why this 0 is called the additive identity of rational numbers. Okay, 0 is the additive identity of rational numbers, because when you add 0 to this, we get the same number, right? For example, if I am adding 3 by 5 plus 0, what you will get? Same number, 3 by 5. Or minus 2 by 8 plus 0 will be same, minus 2 by 8, right? That's why 0 is called additive identity or additive identity element of rational numbers. Okay, then fifth property, for again for addition, that is called additive inverse. It is called additive inverse, right? What is additive inverse, right? When we add two numbers and the answer comes 0, then only those two numbers are called additive inverse of each other. For natural numbers, if I am saying that you add 2 for integers, when we add 5 plus minus 5, you get 0 for integers. Similarly, for rational number, if I am adding, check here, when you add a by b plus minus a by b, then your answer will come 0, right? When the answer comes 0, then these two are called additive inverse of each other. For example, 3 upon 5 plus minus 3 upon 5, then only you will get 0. 3 plus minus 3 will be 0 upon 5, means ultimately it is 0. So 3 upon 5 is called additive inverse of minus 3 upon 5, or this is called additive inverse of plus 3 upon 5. Got it? Now we will learn 3 more properties of multiplication. All these 3 closure, commutative, associative are applicable for all these operations, but multiplication have again 3 more properties, that is multiplicative identity, multiplicative inverse and distributive property. So we will now discuss about it. Okay, so fourth one property for multiplication is multiplicative identity. What is multiplicative identity? Like additive identity, we wanted the same answer. Here also for multiplicative identity, or it is also called identity element, like additive element. Okay, so what is the identity element for multiplication? So to multiply any rational number, by what number after multiplying we will get the same answer? When we multiply, for example, a by b by 1, then only we will get the same answer a by b, right? So what is the identity element? Identity element is 1. So 1 is called the identity element or multiplicative identity of rational numbers. Now we will apply for example, any rational number, 3 upon 7. When you multiply this by 1, what do we get? We get same answer, 3 by 7. Right? Similarly, minus 2 upon 9. When you multiply by 1, you get the same answer 2 by 9. So this 1 is the multiplicative identity or identity element of multiplication. When we multiply any number by 1, we get the same answer, right? Or it is also, yes. Then we will come to the next part, okay? Multiplicative inverse. Got it? This point is clear? So come to the next part, that is multiplicative inverse. What is inverse? Okay? Multiplicative inverse. Okay children, tell me, when we multiply any number by 0, what answer you will get? Before this I will ask you, when we multiply any number, instead of this 1, if I multiply 3 by 7 by 0, what answer you will get? Answer is always 0. When we multiply any rational number by 0, the answer is always 0. This you keep in mind. Okay. Now let's talk about multiplicative inverse. What is inverse? Right? When, like additive inverse. In additive inverse, when we add two numbers, the answer comes 0. Here, multiplicative inverse means here, when we multiply two different rational numbers, answer should come 1. Right? So, when I multiply a by b by its inverse means b by a, then only we will get the answer 1. Right? And then we say that a by b is multiplicative inverse of b by a, or b by a is multiplicative inverse of a by b. Its another name is reciprocal. It is also called reciprocal. Right? Reciprocal of a by b is b by a, or you can say reciprocal of b by a is a by b. Now let's apply it for example. Okay? 3 by 7 multiplied by, what number you will multiply to get one answer? Just change the numerator to denominator. So we will write denominator 7 in numerator and numerator in 3, so that they will get cancelled. 7 ones are 7 ones are, both are divisible by 7, and 3 ones are 3 ones are, 1 ones are 1. 1 upon 1 means answer comes 1. So we can say that 3 by 7's reciprocal is 7 upon 3, or 7 upon 3's reciprocal is 3 by 7. If the number is negative, for example, if minus 2 by 9, what will be the multiplicative inverse? Minus sign will not change, that plus changes to minus in additive inverse. But in multiplicative inverse, we only exchange the numerator to denominator, not the sign. Sign remains same. Multiplied by 9 upon 2. Then only 9 get cancelled with this, 1s are 1s are, 2 1s are 2 1s are. And minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 will become plus 1, 1 1s are 1. Means now your answer is 1. Positive. We always want one positive integer, right? Then only we say that these two are multiplicative inverse or reciprocals of each other. Always, once again I am repeating, always keep in mind that in additive inverse the rational number remains same, only the sign get changed. Plus changes to minus, minus changes to plus. While in multiplicative inverse or reciprocal, we don't change the sign, we exchange only the numerator to denominator. Got it? Now, we will proceed for the next. One more thing. If suppose any rational number you are denoting by x, right? Then what will be its multiplicative inverse? Its multiplicative inverse will be 1 upon x. Or this you can show as x inverse, right? If I am asking you, what is the inverse of 1 upon 2? So it is indicated by this sign, minus 1 to the power minus 1. Means I am asking you, what is multiplicative inverse of this 1 upon 2? Inverse, this sign indicates inverse. Inverse of 1 upon 2, then you will write 2 upon 1. If I am asking you inverse of 5 by 9, inverse, then you will write 9 upon 5, right? If I ask you what is the inverse of minus 4 by 7, inverse of this, then you will write minus, sign is not going to change. I am again repeating, in multiplicative inverse sign doesn't change, only numerator denominators are replaced. So you will write, just change the numerator to denominator. Minus sign as it is, 7 upon 4. This will be multiplicative inverse of minus 4 by 7. Got it? So this sign is nothing but for inverse we write minus 1. Got it? Now, third property of multiplication is distributive property. Okay, now let us see what is distributive property. Right? Distributive property we apply for multiplication by both over addition and over subtraction. Right? Means multiplication with addition as well as multiplication with subtraction. Okay, so what is distributive property? That is fifth property. Right? That is distributive property. Fifth property is distributive property. Again we will consider three rational numbers A by B, C by D and E by F. Okay. Now if suppose by this A by B I am multiplying to C by D plus E by F, right? First we will learn for over addition. Distributive property over addition. Here I have shown sign distributive property over addition. So here will come addition sign. So it answer you will get as, we just write first multiply A by B to C by D, then we put plus sign and again its multiplication with the second rational number, right? So how you will write it? You will write A by B multiplied by C by D. As there is plus sign, I am denoting it. This plus means over addition, plus sign will come and then A by B, again same number, multiplied by E upon F. Okay, so this is called distributive property of multiplication over addition. Why over addition? Because in bracket the sign given is plus sign. Okay, now just we'll see the example. 2 upon 3 into, there is no sign given. Generally the sign is not written, means it is multiplied with A by B. Mostly the sign is not written in mathematics. Okay, no sign is given means it is, this bracket is multiplied by A by B. Okay, in bracket 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4, for example. Okay, is equals to, here this side will come 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 plus 2 by 3 into 1 upon 4 according to this pattern. Okay, now solve. 2 by 3 outside, what is 3 plus 1 4, because denominators are same. So here into, no sign means there is into sign, multiplication sign. 4 in denominator once, 4 by 4. Right? 4 by 4 you can cut and answer remains 2 by 3. Okay? Here. Now solve this. What you will get? Here 3 get cancelled. First we will solve this. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So here you will get 1 upon 2 plus. Here 2 twos are 4. Right? So here you will get 1 upon 6. Right? Now what answer you are getting? What answer you are getting? Check. Right now 1 2 upon 3 into 3 by 4 plus 2 upon 3 into 1 by 4. Right? So here you will get 1 1s are 1, 3 2s are 6. Now by LCM method you solve. Denominator 6. Right? Here 1 by 2 into 3 into 3 to make denominator same. Then you will get 3 by 6. So 3 plus 1 by 6. Okay, here already there is 6. 3 plus 1 by 6 means 4 by 6. Right? Both are divisible by 2. 4 and 6 comes in the table of 2. Means they have common divisor 2. So divide both by 2. What you will get? 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. So at the end you are getting the same answer. See, check. This is equals to 2 by 3. Means This property holds true. Distributive property, this is called distributive property over addition. So while solving examples, in some question, if this left hand side pattern is given, you will convert the problem in this pattern, or sometimes in exercise, in the question will be in this form, right hand side form, then you will have to convert in left hand side form and solve the problems. Okay, now the last we are going to learn about how to show how to find rational numbers between the two rational numbers. Okay, how to find a rational numbers. You know number line. I have already taught you how to show rational numbers on the number line. So let us consider one example. To find, only first we will see a rational number means one rational number only. Okay, on between two rational numbers. Okay, just for example, if suppose I have two rational numbers, for example 2 by 5 and 4 by 5, and I am telling you to find out the rational number that lies between these two. First I will explain you with the help of a number line, and then we will learn how to solve by average method. Okay, so see, this is a number line, right? 0, here will come -1, right side will be +1, 2, like this. Now as both are positive, it will come to right side of 0, right? If they are negative, then we will require left side. Okay, now as the denominator is 5, these divisions, first 0 to 1, we will make how many divisions here? This 1 unit we divide into 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is 5th part, right? Now show the fraction 2 by 5. After 0, go on counting 1 and 2. So this will be your 2 upon 5, right? Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be your 4 upon 5, right? Now which fraction is between them? Between these two fractions, which fraction is lying? This one. This one is lying between these two. What is this fraction? After 0 count 1, 2, 3. So 3 by 5 is the rational number that lies between these two rational numbers, right? This is according to representation on number line. Now we will see without representation on number line, we will see how to find it. So very simple method. First, step 1, what do? Just add rational numbers. I am writing in short. Add these two rational numbers, and second thing, find average. Average means, to find average we are considering two rational numbers. So addition divided by 2, you will get that answer. Okay, now see, first we will add these two. 2 upon 5 plus 4 upon 5. What you will get? 2 plus 4, 6 upon 5. Right? Now second step, divide it by 5. Answer comes 6 by 5 divided by 2. Means 6 upon 5 to multiply, division change into multiply. 2 will be written as 1 upon 2. This is 2 means 2 upon 1. So it is written as 1 upon 2. Now 2 ones are 2, 2 3s are 5. So what answer you got? 3 ones are 3, 5 ones are 5. You got the same answer. Same answer we got by this method. Okay. So in this class we are going to apply this method. Instead of showing on number line, we are going to follow this method. This is for when we are finding only one rational number between the two rational numbers. Now we will learn to find more rational numbers between two rational numbers. Now we want more rational numbers. Okay, just for example, now we will not use this number line. With the method we will solve. Okay, if suppose I am example 2. Now we want more rational numbers between two rational numbers. Okay, more rational numbers. So if suppose one is 2 by 5 and 1 upon 8. These are two rational numbers. I want to find many rational numbers between them. So first method is I am writing in short, make them equivalent fraction. Okay, you know how to make them equivalent rational number by finding LCM method. Then check whether you are getting whole numbers in numerator, and third step, if you are not getting whole numbers between two numbers, then you will have to multiply both by other number like 10 or 100 and so on. Any number you can multiply. Okay, now we will see this example. First you make them equivalent. To make them equivalent, we must have to find out, because denominators are different, right? So when denominators are different, what will we do? We will find its LCM. What is the LCM? LCM comes 5 8s are 8 5s are 40, right? So, or 5 8s are 40 will be their LCM, right? So this 2 by 5, to make it 40, you multiply this by 8 and get equivalent fraction. 8 2s are 16 upon 8 5s are 40. Here also 1 upon 8 you change, multiply both by 5, you will get 8 5s are 40, 5 1s are 5. Now see, denominator same denominator, right? Now in these two fractions, see, in 5 by 40 and 16 by 40, there are how many fraction lying? See, 5 by 41 is, and another is 16 upon 40, right? Between these, how many fraction lies? After 5, what whole number comes? 6. 6 upon 40, 7 upon 40, 8 upon 40, 9 upon 40, like this, 15 upon 40 you are getting, right? Means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These many fractions, rational numbers we are getting in these two rational numbers. Sometimes what happens, if we get, for example, I am explaining, sometimes what happens, we get only when we convert into equivalent rational numbers. If suppose, another example, and we are getting 5 upon 25 and one more is 6 upon 25 after converting into equivalent fraction. If number comes like this, right? If two rational number comes after this process, after this converting into equivalent rational number, in second step we are getting, suppose these two rational numbers. Now see, in this 5 and 6, between 5 and 6, no number comes, whole number. Then in this case, what will we do? We can multiply this 5 by 25 and 6 upon 25 by 2 also you can multiply. 2. Okay, so what you will get? 5 2s are 10 and 25 2s are 50. Or 6 2s are 12 and 25 2s are 50. Now between 10 and 12 we got only one rational number, that is 11 by 50. But if you want more again, more than 5 10, then directly you can multiply 5 by 25 by 10. Here by 10, here by 10, right? And this side also 6 upon 25, multiply both by 10. So what you will get? Here you will get 50 by 5 tens are 50, 25 tens are 250. And here 60 upon 250, right? Now between 50 and 60, now many numbers you will get, right? Your number will start from 51 upon 250, then 52 upon 250, 53 upon, like this till 59 upon 250, right? Like this you will get all these numbers between them. If suppose you want more than 10, suppose 60, 70 numbers you want, simple, instead of 10 multiply both by 100. You want the numbers in thousands, you want numbers in thousand, instead of 100 you multiply it by 1000. So you will get, between them you will get the numbers in thousand, right? So in this way, whatever is asked in question, accordingly you can multiply both the numbers but by same, their denominator must be same, that you keep in mind. Is it clear to one and all? Now I am ending today's lecture here. I hope that you have understood all the points clearly. If you are not understanding, again go through it, watch the video twice, thrice, your doubts will be definitely cleared. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.